What is up, guys? Wraec here with a new video, and today we are going to do some Star Expedition boss fights. I know a lot of you ask in the comments for that. I never really felt like it was right to do that because those strategies are still kind of secret, but I guess now that boss 2 is most important for the endgame stuff, for the top positions, I think I can definitely show you the strategy I use for boss 1. So that is what we are going to do. It is basically just the normal team that I use. The slight thing that I didn't see too often yet is that we in fact use 2 elusive mirrors. What's the advantage of that? Well, the advantage comes from me having not really any really good copies for my team here. We have 2 A-tiers, of course, but then you see it's like B, E, and B-, so some self-summoned copies even. And I don't have an SSQH, which would usually run silence immunity and make your energy feed consistent. I don't have that, so my energy feed can become inconsistent, and we noticed, well, it kind of helps if your LFA still attacks every turn, and you can get that to work by using elusive mirrors, because what elusive mirror does is, at the end of each round, restores all allies 15 energy. So you don't really need this hero to attack to restore energy. And if you run 2 of those and a Demon Bell, well, your energy feed will be between 50 and 60. And then you get another 10 from being attacked by the boss, but it will be 100% consistent. So that is the nice upside of that. What can happen though, and which is quite unfortunate, is, well, without an SSQH, you kind of can't reap the rewards of having Destiny transition on her, because she will often not attack. And even if she attacks, then sometimes your Olivia won't attack, and that ends up with you not having a shrunk boss, which costs you a lot of damage. So that is a bit unfortunate. We can't really do optimal damage here, I think, without running an S tier. Kind of sad. Eventually, maybe we will get an SSQH, but currently I don't really want to optimize against the second boss. On all of these support heroes, we run Attribute Reduction Purify. The reason for that will be seen in a second when we look at the skills of the boss, and he's fully offensive. Attack-wise, we got to 66 mil because I had to reduce the soul power a bit, so MFF can stay faster than him. Those are the stats that we run. 557 skill damage, because if you didn't see it, new roll, bit better. Quite nice. We got skill damage now, 240%, which is insane. Armor break we don't max, is not that important. Then we have crit damage, all of that good stuff. So with that, I would say let's make sure he has the right Destiny transition skills, because that's actually like one of the first attacks I do. That looks good. That looks decent. Some armor reduction there. I'm not sure I want to run that actually, because we are. I think I'm just going to run that. It's a little bit less damage, but I don't really care. I think with that, we are quite alright. So let's hop into Guild and Star Expedition. And then we can see what we do. Star Imprints, 4-piece course set, Neon Tranquility, Neon Foresight. Gives some good buffs, gives us course, which deals with the CC, so that removes all the CC and gives us some attack. Another reason we don't run Control Purify, and the reason we run Attribute Reduction Purify is the boss reduces 100% of armor, so you can in fact make your supports a bit more tanky by using that. So 74% on that boss, which is quite horrible. I actually did one attack and screwed that up majorly. I even had to re-record this video, because what I did was I removed my Aspen around, and I moved my Aspen from the front row to the background, forgot to move the Ignis as well, so I ended up feeding my SQH and still did E plus 16 damage, which is kind of interesting. So it should be well set up. Now you will see the effect of the elusive mirrors in a second. We will get some basics on the first round, which isn't too great, but yeah, other than that, it usually works alright. Yeah, the Heart Watcher gets horrified most of the time in fights like this. Speed Order seems to be alright. Only issue that can happen is, well, it can happen on the first rounds if the Aspen has the Freya core buff and the Olivia doesn't, then it can be a bit of a problem, but right now it should be alright. And yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sometimes we lose the Olivia shrink, which is a bit horrible. I can't really be avoided without an S tier on either Olivia or SQH, really. I already see the bar moving there. Okay, we're looking at some major damage, I think. I think that will be quite fancy. Definitely looking forward to that damage number at the end. So let's see about that. And yeah, so there isn't really the super secret Omega projects, right? Well, we did some fine tuning on this team, and now with the new boss, that's of course a different story. We'll see what we can do there. But on the old boss, we really tried to run a team like this as optimal as possible with some big LFAs. And yeah, that worked quite well. And again, you could see that without the Olivia shrink, our damage really isn't the same. So quite happy to see that we got a bit of consistency here coming into that snake monster round. Some good damage there. Yeah, there was an Ace Olivia actually on the market recently. Didn't really go for that. I kind of wanted to, but then again, 38,000 or something for an Olivia. And I think it later on resold with a transfer price for like 60. No, can't really go for that. It's looking kind of nice. Let's see what this active does here. Ooh! 3 plus 17. And actually overkill. We have 3.3 E plus 17 damage here, and actually our Aspen overkilled that thing a little bit at 3.5 E plus 17. So yeah, that's some good damage, I think. We can definitely show that. So it's rather nice. 3.7 E plus 16 in heals. Very nice. And kill on turn 14 on this boss. So pretty major damage. Let's try this boss as well. Let's see what we can do there. It's a 100% boss now. I think we got some pretty decent CC RNG on this fight. Usually I often see some fights where we don't really get the SQH to ever attack, or we have like 6-7 rounds without an Olivia attack. So there can definitely be some lower damage from this team. And again, you know what, if you fought in a Star Expedition before, it is a bit of a problem dealing with the RNG, and I think you have some nice team and you deal E plus 17 damage or something, and then there is some absolutely devastating RNG, and you look at this ground like, what? It's E plus 15 now, it's E plus 14. It was E plus 17 before, and they have the absolute low roll. And yeah, that happens. It's just boss fights. I mean, we run kind of low crit to get our balance strike to be consistent, so that's a thing. And obviously, by the way, this boss here, he has a lot more HP than the other one, so it's no surprise we don't see that much movement in the boss. So there was a little bit of movement. I'm eager to see how much we can do here. I expect at least a few % of this boss being shaven off by our attacks here. Probably a bit less than before. But at least I want to see some big hits there. Got the shrink, the basic attack from the SQH. That's something we definitely don't need. I think on the earlier rounds it's okay. I mean, like, we kind of want an SQH active in between. I mean, in best case we get both, but like often it's you get a few rounds of Olivia actives, and then you get an SQH active, and then you can see it like she's now silenced and horrified, and now the boss will unshrink, and that can actually be quite disastrous for the later rounds. Okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, some good RNG on those rounds, and maybe we get shrink and come on. Nice. Okay, we get shrink on the last round. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe super big active. Come on. Some good RNG here. Come on. And okay, we got horrible RNG. I think there was no crit in it or something. Oh, that's bad. 4E plus 17, I think we can live with that. Some pretty good damage. 4E plus 17. Come on, we do another one. I'm up for it. Oh wait, we need some stuff. 50% of boss 103. I mean, we could have done way more. It was just like this last active skill. I don't know, either we didn't crit there or we just lost some other way. I mean, you can still see there's some damage that we get there. We are not really optimizing against the damage anymore. Like on the new boss, obviously the new boss is definitely a monster. He hurts you. But on this boss, like, the damage is so small. You can see still some fragments from that, like my SQH having HP imprints, which was the idea was she has a passive skill where she heals herself, And with the sublimation for that, you can actually heal your entire team. And what I did was I optimized for that. I used effect of being healed and all of that stuff to make sure her heal is as big as possible. And then there was actually a strategy where we used Ferrocune Vesa in this team. And you needed that to survive, to get to the later boss rounds. And actually, by using SQH, it was possible to get around that, to basically no longer need her. And that was kind of nice. But now, obviously, we're looking at other numbers here. We have super high train, so it's not really an issue anymore. And those guys can now survive just off the small shield that is provided by MFF, and you won't see any damage there that they take. So that's the thing. I think if we get some decent actives here on the last rounds, that can be a kill. That seems good. That was a good round. So let's see now on the next one, the active skill with the monster. And good damage. Good damage, another shrink coming in. So we have, I'm not sure if turn 15 will be nice. But, okay, turn 15 will be nice. I think we're going to see a kill here. So then again, that's probably just another force E plus 17. Oh, no kill! Oh, that's sad. Okay, we're going to leave the cleanup to someone else, I think. It's another 4 E plus 17. Usually I don't get to attack those bosses here. It's just now that I thought we show some high damage numbers, so I risked the opportunity to kill some of those lower bosses to get some high points. Did we actually move? We moved a little bit. We went to place 3. Utopia and Chaos are just way better than us at those first days. But yeah, we have some good points here. They definitely did our part here on the first day. I think we'll do another one. Just not the courtesy cleanup. I think we'll leave that to someone else that is more appropriate. And then I will take the last boss later. So you saw now what we can do in Star Expedition. If you have any questions on this first boss, then I will absolutely answer them in the comments. Just ask. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you want to see some more high damage numbers. And with that, I wish you guys a great day. We'll see us in the next one.